Zarathustra has just failed. His first sermon, his great teaching of the overman, has been met with total incomprehension. The crowd in the marketplace has laughed at him. They want a spectacle, not a savior. They have told him, "We have heard enough of the tightrope walker, now let us see him." What does a prophet do when his first attempt to deliver the truth is rejected? He does not simply repeat himself. He does not water it down for the masses. A thinker of Nietzsche's caliber has his character do something far more radical. He changes the entire ground of the argument. He pivots. Zarathustra looks at the people, and the text says he was amazed. This is not the amazement of admiration. It is the diagnostic shock of a physician discovering a disease he had only theorized about. He sees their spiritual smallness, their contentment, and so he speaks again. But he is no longer speaking to them. He is speaking past them, through them, to a different kind of audience entirely, to us and to the few who might exist even in that crowd. He begins by redefining everything.
Mankind is a rope fastened between animal and overman, a rope over an abyss, a dangerous crossing, a dangerous on the way, a dangerous looking back, a dangerous shuddering and standing still.
Stop right there. The architecture of the entire book is in these lines. Humanity is not a fixed state. It is not a destination. It is a tension, a process, a bridge. And notice the dangers. It is not just falling that is dangerous. Standing still is a danger. Looking back is a danger. Any philosophy of comfort, of stasis, of self-preservation has just been dismissed as a refusal of what makes humanity great. And here is the architectural genius at work. The crowd literally demanded a tightrope walker. They want cheap entertainment. Zarathustra takes their vulgar, literal request and elevates it, transforms it into the central, terrifying metaphor for the human condition. He hijacks their language and forces it to carry a profound philosophical weight. He is showing them, and us, that what they see as a circus act is in fact the very drama of their existence. This redefinition of humanity as a dangerous crossing leads directly to a redefinition of value itself. If we are a bridge, what is good? What is lovable? Zarathustra answers with a litany, a new set of beatitudes for a new kind of nobility. He begins a long, incantatory list.
I love those who do not know how to live unless by going under, for they are the ones who cross over.
This is the key. Untergang, going under, perishing. This is the new standard of love, not self-preservation, but self-expenditure. He continues.
I love the great despisers, because they are the great venerators and arrows of longing for the other shore.
The starting point is a profound dissatisfaction with what humanity is, a contempt for the comfortable last man. But this is not nihilism. It is a great veneration for what humanity could be, and this longing is directed toward the other shore, a future on this earth. He makes this explicit.
I love those who sacrifice themselves for the earth, so that the earth may one day become the overman's.
This is a direct polemic. The sacrifice is not for heaven, not for a reward behind the stars, but for the earth. He is systematically dismantling the old morality and building a new one on its ruins. He then redefines virtue itself. Virtue is not a set of rules that keep you safe. It is the very thing that destroys you.
I love the one who makes of his virtue his desire and his doom. One virtue is more virtue than two, because it is more of a hook on which his doom may hang.
Think about that. Your greatest strength, your defining passion, is not meant to preserve you. It is the hook on which your own necessary destruction, your own going under, will be hung. This is an ethic entirely opposed to calculation, to safety, to living a long and quiet life. It is an ethic of squandering.
I love the one whose soul squanders itself, who wants no thanks and gives none back, for he always gives and does not want to preserve himself.
This is the physiology of abundance, not the careful accounting of the small-souled. He does this 18 times, 18 I love statements. The number itself is less important than the overwhelming incantatory effect. He is burying the old table of values under a new one, defining a new nobility not by what it possesses, but by its magnificent, joyful willingness to lose everything for the sake of a future it will not see. After painting this exhaustive portrait of the noble soul, this soul that loves its own going under, Zarathustra does something breathtaking. He steps into the portrait himself. The speech moves from the general to the intensely personal.
I love all those who are like heavy drops falling individually from the dark cloud that hangs over humanity. They herald the coming of the lightning, and as heralds they perish. Behold, I am a herald of the lightning, and a heavy drop from the cloud, but this lightning is called Overman.
He is not an aloof teacher, standing apart from his doctrine. He is the first exemplar. He is one of those he loves. He is the heavy drop that must fall, must perish, in the act of heralding the lightning that is the overman. The speech that began as a response to failure ends as a vow. He has defined the path, and now he places himself upon it. So where does this leave us? Zarathustra has failed to convert the crowd, but he has succeeded in something far more important. He has established the philosophical lens through which we, the readers, must view everything that follows. And this is the crucial point, the hidden architecture that makes the book a work of genius. He has just delivered this profound, world-changing speech about a rope over an abyss. He has defined greatness as the willingness to cross it and to go under. The philosophy has been delivered. The stage is set. Without this section, what happens next is just a circus accident. With this section, it becomes a parable, a tragedy, a philosophical proof enacted in flesh and blood. The dramatic irony is immense. The crowd is waiting for the tightrope walker. Zarathustra has just told us what that tightrope walker truly represents. He has given us the terms. Now, we are about to see what happens when someone actually tries to walk the rope.